Hello, everyone, and welcome to LJ's Spurs Chat. Joining me today is Big John, aka the Cockney Columbo, and Simon, who we haven't seen for a while. How you doing, lads? How are you feeling after that fantastic result today?
I mean, the only fantastic thing about it was the 3 points, but it was 3 points, so let's take it.
John?
Sweet as a nut, Lou. Yeah, I enjoyed the game, to be fair, except for the last 35 minutes.
Yeah, it was a bit nervy towards the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'll quickly run through it for those again who haven't seen it, because it was quite a bit of an action. It was an action-packed game, to be fair, but although the quality was a bit poor, wasn't it, from both teams. I thought in the first half, it was a positive start from Spurs. United didn't even get into the Spurs half until the 7th minute, but then suddenly they came alive when Højlund cut inside Davis, drives for goal, decent save from the returning Vicario. Then Garnacho curls a shot expertly saved by Vicario. United suddenly woke up. But then Spurs responded in the 12th minute when Son shot from the left, deflected out by a defender. Bergvall follows up to shoots. Good save for Onana, but straight to Maddison, who taps home for a goal on his return. 1-0 Spurs. A minute later, Zerski on the right of the Spurs box just shoots wide. Garnacho on his own 2 minutes later, 7 yards out, smashes it over. That was a massive let-off for Spurs. I don't know if you remember that one, boys.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shit-the-bed moment, wasn't it, Lou?
Very lucky there. This game looks exactly what it is. I put two teams lacking in confidence. 25th minute, a marvellous ball from Maddison. Son got it back to Tell, hits a decent first-time shot, decent save for Onana. The original ball from Maddison was class, a curling ball which cut out the right side of the United defence. Half an hour gone, Spurs are bossing possession 76-24. 6 minutes before the break, Casemiro given a yellow for a naughty foul on Son, and that's how it stayed till half-time. Glimpses of so-called Ange ball at times with nice, fast one-touch passing, but no real clear-cut chances. And even though United have been woeful, they should be level due to that Garnacho chance. If they lose this game, that will haunt him. 5 minutes into the second half, a quiet start to the half so far. 52nd minute, Spence turns Mazzori down the left, crosses for Kulu, who misses it. Tell hits it wide, but don't think he was expecting it. 2 minutes later, the game suddenly comes to an and Garnacho runs down the right into the box, shoots a first-time shot. Good save from Vicario. Spurs at this point in the game was allowing United back into it, and the Spurs faithful were trying to rally their team. 57 minutes, Garnacho hammers a low shot towards goal. Vicario gets down to his right and gets a very strong hand on it. United are asking Spurs questions now, but Spurs break 2 minutes later with Son. Kulu is free on the left. Son loses it. Son is having another mare so far. I don't really like single out players, boys, but I thought Son was shocking again today.
I thought Decky was worse.
He was worse, yes. On the hour mark, Maddison thinks a lovely ball over. Tells shoots deflected wide for a corner, and from the resulting corner, Son tries to make room, gets a shot off, deflected for another corner. A much needed response from Spurs. Just out 62 minutes, Soren Johnson came on for Maddison and Bergvall. 2 minutes later, Højlund put in a race with Danzo. The Spurs defender gets back superbly, but he seems to have taken a bit of a knock or a strain after that desperate last gasp challenge. I think Danzo, as I said to you earlier, John, has been excellent since he come to us. Bissouma comes on for Bentancur, and then a great block from Spence after a Højlund shot. Spence has been magnificent so far. 11 minutes to go, Davis is given a yellow for a foul on Højlund, and 85 minutes, Son comes off for Simon's mate, Olberg. Was it, how do you pronounce his name? Odeberg?
Odeberg, yeah.
Odeberg then. 2 minutes later, Casemiro header from a corner save from Vicario. Another let off for Spurs. It was a free header. 1 minute left. Dorgu yellow card for hacking down Porro. Obi comes on for Casemiro in a late United sub. On the 90 minutes, Davis shot deflects behind for a corner. No trying to kill the game here from Spurs. It's not how they are. Spence given man of the match easy today. No wonder he looks so tired. He done 22 sprints today. The final whistle goes, and the nervy Spurs faithful cheer as they win at the first time at home in November. A long 15 weeks for the fans. So that must have been. And to be fair, even though United were poor, they probably deserved a draw out of that, didn't they, Si?
I mean, I'll be honest, that Spence block towards the end, and Vicario made a few decent saves.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I think that they probably had the better chances than us, but there were some decent blocks and some decent saves.
If
With
they'd
the
have had
quality in the final third
like,
from both teams was woeful, though.
it was,
I mean, you see, it just took one piece of luck in the area and it broke to someone and a tap in. Neither team were going to create anything. They could still be playing now and no one would have scored.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. But Ange Postecoglou said after the game, the result was everything. Our league position is not anywhere near what it should be, and today was an opportunity to start addressing that. We had a good week of training, had players back. We've had it tough for the last few months, but not for lack of effort. There's some traction. We can play better, and I think we will once the boys get more up to speed. Our press was better. We made it hard for Man United to get out. We looked sharper, but lacked fluency in the final third. It was a decent effort. Considering he said he lacked fluency, John, why didn't he take off Son and Kulu and put on Moore and was it again? I forgot his name.
Odegaard, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't get out of my head.
I think he was only ever intending to give Odegaard 10, 15 minutes.
But I think they was not a threat down the flanks again. I mean, Johnson done a bit when he came on, didn't he? He had a little bit of threat.
He looked more excited than Kulu and Son. You know, Son is he's not on it, is he?
He's not on it, no.
When they say players have got their head somewhere else.
Yeah. But like Simon said, I thought Kulu was even worse. Again, today looks like he's running in tarmac.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, they were both bad, but at least Sonny was kind of creating stuff and stuff was happening.
Yeah.
But there was one bit in midfield when Sonny got it, and he did actually sprint to the touchline. Nothing came of it. I thought that was like the old Son.
Yeah.
I'm shouting at the TV, especially with Son, Kulu as well. I'm shouting at the TV, please take your man on. I'd rather you lost the ball taking a man on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather just trying to keep it and spin round and round and round doing 360s all over the place. So I'm not getting too excited by that, but I don't want to be negative because it is about points at this stage of the season, isn't it?
Well, if this is what I took from it, they look having a week between games. They looked fresher today than they have for a long time, but it's still the same old problems in the final third. They're not creating enough. So, I mean, how many clear-cut chances did we actually create? I can't. You can probably count them on one hand.
Yeah. Well, United, right. Didn't they?
Yeah. I'm still not understanding this passing it back all the fucking time. It's supposed to be all attack suicide football. Certain players that we've got are like passing the buck football, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought Bergvall was passing it forward a lot in the first half, and I thought he was good in the first half, but he went missing in the second half. That's probably why he went off. Do you know what I mean? But when you look at the stats, it looks like an even game. I mean, Spurs had 56.5 possession to Man United's 43.5, 22 shots to United 16, 7 on target to United 6. Both had 6 off target. Spurs had 9 blocked shots to United's 4. Passing 88.1 from Tottenham, 83.5. Yeah, that's what you say, Simon. Clear-cut chances, Spurs 0. Clear-cut chances.
That's what I mean. Yeah, all it took was just one lucky break in the area.
It did, yeah.
That could have happened either way. And that was the only way anyone was scoring today.
Yeah, we was just lucky that Man U was unlucky, really.
Yeah. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? That you I mean, like they said on the commentary, which I don't usually agree with on Sky, but if you want any team to come to your stadium, you probably pick Man United to probably be one of them in a minute. And we didn't. We were lucky today, weren't we?
I mean, look at it. Both teams today started lower than Everton in the league. How is that even a thing?
We're 12th now.
I mean, Moyes has done a great job since he's been back. What's he got? 4 wins?
Good manager. Any? What do you reckon to Spence then, John? It's got here. Jules won 6. He was first. Final third entries 8 first. Sprints 22 first. Successful dribbles to first. No wonder he got man of the match.
Do you know what? I want to get a DH Gate t-shirt and I want to get Spence on the back of it, bruv.
It's absolutely outstanding. I don't think Udogie will get a look in. I mean, he looked absolutely knackered at the end. Did he just see when we conceded that late corner and he had his hands on his...
Do you know what? To be fair, Lou, I don't even like Udogie. I think he's a part-timer. You know what I mean?
But Spence is he's been phenomenal, hasn't
The
he?
thing is, it's not just today. Spencer's been our best player for the last 3 games.
Yeah,
every game. But I think it. Well, to say have a rest, I don't know. I don't really know.
he's been saving. He's been getting the ball off the goal line. He's been up the front. You can't knock him, can you? The boy's just everywhere.
Hello, Nightglow. How are you, sir? Did you watch the game? Another thing is, with all these injuries, I've got a thing here, but I'll see this on Sky actually today. Do you think it's got anything to do with the sprints per game? It's got Tottenham leading the way on 175, and we've had the most injuries. Bournemouth the second on 171 most sprints during the game, and they've got the second most injuries. Now, is that a coincidence or not? I don't think so.
No, it's not a coincidence, is it? You bang on, Lou.
Like the
And Danso's new to it.
Yeah.
And so this is the first game that he's like fully had a proper Premier League challenge, playing the high line. And he was quick. He was mopping stuff up. But that last one, last ditch attempt, and you could see he must have pulled something trying to get.
When I saw that, Simon, I thought that reminded me. I thought Van der Ven straight away. You sprinted in 30. I think I said this to you, Johnny, before Simon come on. You sprinted 30 meters to get up to the pitch because you want your high, and then in transition you sprint in 30 back. It's got to be that.
He did pull up like Van der Ven, didn't he, as well? Exactly the same sort of.
He did say after the game he don't think it's that bad, but I don't know. And I saw Bentancur on the bench with a
big, he had the
big ice pack on his knee. Yeah.
I was disappointed to see Bentancur today. I wanted to see Gray in there, but I think he'd give him a rest. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
let's move on to
they've got another week now.
Yeah,
they've got another week, so we're not playing until Saturday. So, and you kind of think you need to take 3 points against Ipswich away.
Yeah.
We somehow managed to lose to them at home. We've got a week to prepare, and there's more players back. Vic's now back in goal. Yeah. Tell's still finding his feet, but I could feel the frustration on him in that first half because he was making that little run. He was pointing where he wanted the ball.
It was making good ones, wasn't he?
Yeah, and no one was playing it forward.
Yeah, that's mad. That is, Si. I was watching that.
He's 19.
I can't believe that some of our players just don't play these balls up front and forward. You know.
I was happy to see him start centrally, though, weren't you?
Yeah, and it was just you can see how frustrated with it he was, and then he stopped doing it in the second half.
I think as well in a couple of weeks' time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks' time, because Ange said the other day they haven't actually trained right until this week, because the few times that we did get down the flanks today and they pinged that ball across the side, the 6-yard box, what they practice in training all the time, and he wasn't there. But I'd imagine that's because he doesn't know yet. Got to be there. It's got to be drummed into him, innit? Like, because that's all they practice, to be fair.
But the other thing that in the first half of the season and last season is when one of the fullbacks or the wingers is playing it, there's always was someone coming in from the other wing. That doesn't happen anymore.
Of course, I'm not trying to have a look at all these yet. You're right so far. Let's have a look at what do you reckon to these protests then, John? I mean, Nightglow put there was a massive turnout. Well, I was watching it, Nightglow, right, from outside the stadium before the game, and there was thousands. But there was only a couple of hundred in the game. And
the problem with these protests is they protest outside and then go and take their seat afterwards.
But Johnny's got a theory on this, isn't you, John?
The only way Levy's got
a theory on why there was only a couple of hundred in that stand, John, if you want to share it.
Yeah, because they didn't have the tickets, did they? They was just locals going out to protest.
And you were also allowed to go to the stand or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It was supposed to be a stealth protest, but yet they released a statement 2 weeks prior to the protest, so the stewards knew what to do, didn't they?
Yeah,
Levy knew what to do. And Simon's completely right. Some of the you really like they protest and they go into the stadium. A proper protest is fuck the seats, fuck the season ticket. We ain't giving no money. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, Nightglow. The video, it was about 3,000 or 4,000. There was thousands outside the ground. But in the ground, the actual sit-in protest was about a couple of hundred, to be kind. And like John said, because they made it public what they were going to do, they then moved seats, John. I think you're right there, John, because if I move from my seat over there to there, they'll watch that back. They could ban you if they wanted to, couldn't they?
Yeah. Terms and conditions of your ticket. But Simon's completely right. They're hypocrites, a lot of them. You know, they tell us to not go, but it's okay for them to go.
Yeah, because I said to a few of them that I will go. I think I've said on here before. I will go to the what do you call it? I will go to the protests at the training ground. But I won't go to the ground. Do you know what I mean? I won't go to the ground. But they are hypocrites. So what they've got to do is what I said. Today would have been an ideal opportunity. A big club like Man United coming down. They should have all protested outside and then just not gone in.
Yeah, because it's just like, what's the point? Levy out. Oh, by the way, here's another £100.
Yeah.
He's going to look at that because it will get relayed back to him. You know what I mean?
I find it funny how nearly all the protests and the big ones, the big protests, they always protest and Levy's never there.
He's in America. I said that to you, John, the other night.
Yeah, he's sunning it up, isn't he? Nice warm part of America.
But I did
spending
see
these millions.
Because I was watching Sky Sports and they were talking about it, and they said, right, net spend, and we've got the third biggest net spend. But the problem is that our net spend isn't on trying to improve the playing squad now. Our net spend is trying to buy people that we think we can make a profit on in the future, and that's what we.
And I'll tell you what, Simon, I said this to Johnny before, and I saw that one night. I was just about to say I saw her get slagged. She was called a slag and everything. Other thing is what I've said before, isn't it, John, to you? It's like, just say for argument's sake, Tottenham's net spends £200, and just say even them scum down the road's £200, they'll be allowed to go out and buy 2 players for 200 million. And even though our net spend's the same, we've got the same amount. Levy will say to him, you've got 200 million there, Conte, Mourinho, or Ange, whatever, but you've got to get 6 or 7 players in. That's the difference. Do you know what I mean? Rumours are, like I said to you earlier, John, is that they are going to make a club record-breaking transfer. But when I hear that, I just think that's because he's wobbling because the heat's now getting on him.
I mean, what is a club record-breaking transfer, though? Solanke was a club record-breaking transfer. I mean, that's where we are. Yeah. But you look and Arsenal go out and buy Declan Rice for 100 million. All these clubs are more than happy to spend 100 million on if they think that the player is going to make that much of a difference, they'll spend the money and they'll pay the wages.
And then Arsenal
our wages to income ratio is the lowest in the Premier League.
Yeah. Wasn't it, John? They moaned, didn't they, Arsenal, that after they bought Declan Rice, they moaned because they said, we haven't got any more money for this window.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? But they've got a playmaker. They've got someone who's a bit creative.
That's made a big difference to money.
Yeah, he's made a big difference to them.
Yeah, because they're all youngsters, Nightglow. That's what it is. And like Simon said, he's thinking, if I buy Archie Gray for 40 million quid, in a couple of years, he'll probably be worth 100.
And you don't have to pay him a big salary either, do you?
No,
so he's
excited on feet.
He's laughing on both sides there, isn't he?
Yeah. So this is going to be he's getting to the point where no one's going to want to come. It's a poison chalice, because if you look at all the other managers that are now succeeding, like Conte, Mourinho, even Nuno, it can't be the managers all the time, can it?
No.
Well, look at the managers we've had. It can't be.
No.
And it's not like we just keep going like one kind of manager. We've done everything. Whether you go like the new up and coming guy with AVB or Conte, or with you got proven winners like Conte and Mourinho. We've tried everything, and none of it works.
Before the cup final,
we get the same result every time. The thing was like Poch coming in was just like a breath of fresh air, and you watched it, and the way it developed over the first 3 years, you're like, we're going somewhere here. If we carry on this path, then we're going somewhere. And then we got to that point where Levy did his special two windows in a row with no spend whatsoever.
That wasn't it?
And it stagnated. It literally, standing still is going backwards. And so it's just from that moment we've been going backwards.
Yeah, we moved into this new stadium with just a mediocre squad, didn't we? When we should have moved into this new stadium with a pucker squad.
It's like
stadium.
it's like buying a castle and then going and furnishing it from IKEA.
Yeah.
And that's basically what we've done.
So what do you reckon then, John, for Ange now? Is it a case of as long as you stay in the Europa League, you're all right? Or as soon as you get knocked out of that?
The thing is I've been saying this all season, that is our best chance of a trophy. As soon as I saw we had Liverpool in the semi-finals, I knew we weren't getting to the final of that. And then we got the draw, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, Villa away. We probably, and because it lands straight after playing Liverpool away, we probably won't get through that. And so for weeks and maybe even months now, I've just been like, look, the only realistic chance we've got of winning anything is Europa, and we've got to throw everything at trying to win that.
Well, didn't Galatasaray hammered the other night, John? Was it 4-1?
Yeah, they got hammered. Yeah,
Are they gone out now? I think they haven't, eh?
I haven't got a clue how the rules work.
It's not many.
Well, yeah. So we could either play them, or I think they played Alkmaar.
Yeah, they lost 4-1. So does that mean they're out?
Did Parrot score?
I don't know.
Because Parrot's there. Parrot's at Alkmaar.
I don't know when the draw for that is. I'm going to have to do a bit of homework on that. Thing is, Nightglow, you served up a bunch of kids. Yeah, that's right. I think the kids are brilliant. But I always said you need at least 2 or 3 experienced players around them. It's unfair to put all the pressure on kids. But don't get me wrong, because in my opinion, they've outshone the so-called experienced players. Do you know what I mean? I do think that.
We've got some experienced players there, Lou, but they're just not consistent. They're not top form, are they?
Yeah. I mean,
they're the mediocre with experience, and what we want is proper quality player in that position with experience, don't we? And consistent.
A leader, don't we, John? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need a leader, or we're not going to go anywhere. And my personal opinion is that he's going to keep Ange to the end of the season, whether he get knocked out of the cup or not. So I don't think we're going to go down.
So in the Europa League, we can play Midtjylland, Alkmaar, Real Sociedad, or Galatasaray. That was the.
Galatasaray still in it.
No, I think that was just the first leg. I think that aren't the playoffs 2 legs? Or,
I don't know. But someone texted me the score. I can't remember what it was now. I said, Louis, look, we've lost. So we won't have to play Galatasaray unless he's just assuming because they've lost 4-1, they won't win over the 2 legs. I don't even know it was a knockout thing. I haven't been taking any notice of it, to be honest with you.
But yeah, so I think that the second leg is this week.
Oh, so if they do lose that, if it's a 2-legged thing, it must be a knockout thing then, and they'll be out. Is this like a playoff thing, the thing what we wanted to avoid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Liverpool have 14 players over 100 grand a week. Well, yeah. 350 grand a week. I don't think any Spurs player will be. So that's what baffles me.
So they're playing on Thursday. Galatasaray are 4-1 down from the first leg by playing at home, and the other 2 we could play are Sociedad and Midtjylland.
The Michelin men.
Yeah, I don't know how you say this. MIDTJYLL.
Colombo on that, John. Can you find out about that team for us later, please?
So I'm calling them Midgetland or Midtjylland, one or the other.
I'll call them the Michelin men.
We'll call them Midgetland for now.
Yeah, Midgetland, that sounds better.
You'll have someone complaining that you're not being all right.
You probably have that little geezer off Tottenham away complaining. What's he for? Nothing on the camera.
What we supposed to call it, like vertically challenged land or something.
We're playing the Midgets. Long ball.
Vertically challenged land, and they are run down to Real Sociedad after the first leg.
A Real Sociedad doing all right then, are they?
So it looks like it's most likely going to be either Alkmaar or Sociedad in the next round.
When I say they're not brilliant teams, but I mean, we ain't at the minute, are we?
Nah.
Let me ask you a question, Si. If we get Van den Ven and Romero back, right, do you think that that's going to stop us being so open?
So, because I was watching the stuff that they were talking about, particularly about Mickey, and they were talking about how to best how to best manage him, because the demands of the game in the Premier League are different, and they've got to work out how to manage his body because he's just because he's so explosive. you just can't do it. Like, you keep doing these like 30, 40-yard dashes.
Well, just defend 10 yards back then. That's what I think.
Do you know, at this point, I'd be surprised if Romero ever plays for us again.
Well,
He sounds utterly pissed off. And if like one of the big Spanish teams comes knocking.
Well, I said to John, actually, I don't think he was on this one side, didn't I, John? I said, it's not 100,000,000% now that Romero is going like it was a while ago, because they're now interested in Saliba.
Yeah.
That would make me laugh, because they would fall apart without Saliba at the back. They really would. But Romero I love Romero. I do love Romero. But if he goes, he goes. And we've already got a replacement, because that Danzo's done just as well as Romero.
Wait, do you think he's not playing because he slaughtered Daniel Levy?
That's what a lot of people are saying. You don't know.
You know what I mean? Because players do tend to speak out and then they just get dropped. And then Son continually plays, even though it's piss poor performance. And he's only there for the t-shirt sales, isn't he?
Well, I think.
So it was promising, though, that Brennan and Odebert both got some minutes today. So hopefully that means that there are now options. I
nearly fell off my seat when Son was took off. I couldn't believe it, because he never does it. He never does it.
Yeah, he didn't know where to give the armband. He was like,
But
what do I do then?
But I've always said I thought there's something in there, because especially on home games, because so many Korean fans go there just to watch Son. They're not even going to watch the football. They just go there for him.
Yeah, I've been looking at a bit of QPR just to see what this Yang guy's.
That's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think to that one, Big John?
Do you know what? I just read that at the same time as probably what you did, and I never thought of that.
If they get to offer 100 million for him, let him have it. We've already got a replacement, and let's buy.
Is he worth 100 million? No, like really.
I think you would get 80 million, to be honest with you.
Hey, so this is the thing: if you get like Argentina Romero, which you'll probably get at Real Madrid, he's 100 million quid. If you get Tottenham Romero, then it's probably worth about 50. Yeah. But this is the thing: it's like either Romero or Ange has to go, because Romero can't play Ange's game.
I was just about to say to you, is that because is the difference in price what you just said there? Is that another victim of the system? It isn't it? Like Van der Ven. Yeah, I think he's a victim of the system. I really do.
Yeah, but in different ways. Yeah, Romero, because he just can't play the system. He can't play. He can't play quickly enough. And Mickey, because Romero can't play the game quickly enough, everything then goes down to Mickey. And Mickey can't do it all by himself. He's a young lad still. What is he, 23, 24?
Yeah.
But I think, have you seen, John, have you seen Dragusin play for Romania? He's a totally different player. Because of the system, they play a bit deeper. They play quite defensive, because they know they're not one of the best teams in the world. He's all right.
Yeah, he plays a bit more old school, doesn't he, for Romania? You know,
it's the system. And I think that's where Ange's problem is. I want Ange to see, but sometimes, all the time, you've got to look at the players, what you've got at your disposal, right? And play a system which suits the players what you got. I always said that Maddison was a victim of the inverted wing-back system, because when they go up top and it's too congested in that little bit, behind the forward, for Maddison to do anything. So you've got two inverted wing-backs there. Do you know what I mean? There was no space for Maddison to do what he does. He was getting a bit of unfair criticism, I thought.
Yeah, when Bentancur went off with his knee, I was thinking maybe Archie will get his chance in the middle now.
Yes.
And then Danso goes off. It's like, no, he won't get his chance in the middle. He's going back.
That was linking, but what's this? Yeah, we haven't got a good DM, have we, to be fair? That's why they're going to go after that Richard Rios that I was telling you about the other day. What's the Brazilian team called? So is it Palmeiro, is it? Is that how you pronounce it?
Palmeiras, is it?
Palmeiro, something like that. Do you know what it is, John? But there's a geezer there.
I'll just pronounce it the same.
It's called Richard Rios, Rios. He is quality. And you've got to be a bit of an hard man to play in that league. And Spurs are after him. They've been linked with him for a while. So that's the one we need. So I presume he's going, apparently. Bentancur, to me, isn't the same player since his ACL. Bergvall needs help. If he's got a good defensive If you get a good defensive one like that, Rios, I think Bergvall coming to his own. I think Bergvall's good. He actually shows a bit of pace now and again. He's very skillful as well, isn't he? He's only like 20.
Yeah. Yeah, he does show. He shows some nice foresight in his passing, doesn't he?
He does it quicker, like I said to you the other day. Like when he gets the ball.
You talking about Bergvall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his 19th birthday last week.
Oh, was it? But when he's on the turn and it's someone wide, but there's a couple of Spurs players in the way, he'll still ping it over there. Whereas Basuma will get it. I like Basuma, but he'll get it. He'll pass it to that man who can then pass it to the wing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that he's Dembele, but he likes to receive the ball in tight spots, and he still seems to come out with it. Yeah.
What's it? It's called what?
Palmeiras.
Ah, Palmeiras. Yeah, but yeah, I think he's around the 30 million mark apparently. So, and that's been rumored for.
That sounds more our price level, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, but he is a good player, so he actually is a good player.
He's thinking, right, 30 million. I could probably sell him for 65, 70 in about 2 years.
And pay him shit money.
Kulu was awful. I've been saying that for ages, mate. He looks like he's running in treacle or freshly laid tarmac, as I put it.
At this point, when Decky gets the ball, I'm just like,
yeah,
because I know what's coming. He's going to go down the right, and he's going to try and cut in onto his left, and it's not going to work. And then we lose the ball. And it's just like it's the same thing every time. And he seems to be running slower. I don't know how, but he wasn't fast before, but he seems to be running slower now.
Yeah. But have you noticed what else he does? If he's standing here and the ball's coming towards him, he will let the ball go to him. And so many times someone comes in and gets it. You'd have thought he'd have learned by now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know. I think he's overrated. But maybe he needs a rest because he always looks
this is the thing. If you look at how many players have played all this season, they must be buggered by now.
Yeah. I cannot
believe I can't think of many people who've played more than him.
Porro. I could not believe how good he was today, considering how many minutes he's had. I think he's had the most minutes. He was brilliant today, I thought, Porro. Yeah.
Yeah, he weren't too bad, Porro.
Yeah. If only look, he just winds me up. Maybe he needs a rest. I don't. Well, Johnson's back now, but then I suppose we'll move him to the middle.
I mean, he looked sharper after a couple of weeks off, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? He made a difference when he came on.
I mean, the thing is that goal. If De Ligt was thinking about what was going on and smelling any danger, he just went to sleep. But Madders was awake. He was alive. He was ready. You watch if you watch the replay back, literally the second the Bergvall hits it, Madders is going.
You either want hard work or bees or play, yeah. But I think we need an hard worker in that number 6 big time. I like Bissouma, but as I said to you before, I think he's only got 45 minutes in him with the intensity. Where you gone, John?
Sorry, Lou.
I'm chatting to Columbo, man.
I was going to have a sneaky fact, brother.
I'm going to say there's just one more thing before you go there.
No, I was going to fucking go and hide.
Who do you think had a good game today, John? Oh, you got your retro on again.
Maddison, Spence, Vicario, Danzar.
Should we walk through them one by one?
Yeah, go on then.
So, no, in goal, Vicario. Good game, I would say.
Yeah, sweet as a nut.
So, clean sheet.
7 out of 10 for me.
I'll give him 8.
Yeah.
There's some of the saves that he made. He could have come into this game so rusty, but he was sharp. He was ready.
Yeah, he was sharp. I was expecting him to be rusty, but he was bang on, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Pedro Porro. I'll go down
6.
After Spence, I think that our fullbacks were the best 2 players we had today. So yeah, I'd say 7 for Porro.
What did you say, John? 6 guys are
6. I'll say 6. I'm an hard bastard.
But if he's the thing is like his balls into the box have been brilliant lately, but they weren't there.
Porro's.
Yeah. They just weren't there. Yeah. They weren't on it today. So then Danzo.
I'm going to give him an 8. I've been really impressed with Denzel Webb. He looks solid. He didn't do anything wrong today.
You're being generous, Lou.
Oh, I do like centre halves, the old fashioned halves, centre halves, John. You know
Yeah,
what I
I'll
mean?
give him a 7.5 then. Yeah, you persuaded me.
Simon, Denzel.
Yeah, I reckon he's definitely good for a 7.5.
Ben Davis.
Dependable.
I always give
Was
him
he
7.
playing today? I really didn't notice. I see him a couple
And
of
this is
times.
the thing.
That's a good sign, isn't it?
With Davis, he's one of those guys that you don't really notice, but he didn't make any mistakes. He didn't do anything stupid. He just does
reliable.
everything and quietly gets on with it. So he's a solid 7 as well today, I'd say.
Spence, go on in, John. You can have the first one. Spence.
Fucking 9.99. I'm going for a 10. No, I'll go for a 10. The big 10. I don't normally give big scores to people, but that geezer.
I'll give him a 9.
Yeah, he's definitely good for a 9.
Yeah.
You
Bergvall.
pair of fucking bastards. Leave me with a 10.
Bergvall.
6.
No, I agree with that. He's a fair 6.
I'm going to give him a 6.5 because I thought it was good first half. Benton Court, I will give a 6.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
generous.
I mean, between Bergvall and Bentancur, I'm going to give him a 6 as well.
I've got to go for a 5 on Bentancur just because he's not as dependable as Davis, is he? Like you said, he's very hit or miss sometimes, isn't he?
Madison.
And plus,
he looked sharp. He was good for the hour he was on. I don't think he was able to do more than an hour. So, he can have a 7.5.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I was going to give him a 7 because he got the goal.
Yeah.
Kulu.
4.
Oh, fucking 4. Yeah, he was poor, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was piss poor, wasn't he? Proper. Slow.
What are you saying to that, John?
2.5.
He's
2.5. Just because I can see when he's bit. That's what Simon said before. You give him the ball, you know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you just don't change it up a little bit. Just be a bit more creative. He could turn and ran that way.
Because the thing is, he can play with both feet, so I don't know why he always cuts back to his left.
Yeah, strange, isn't it?
Tell.
He was trying. He was trying. He didn't have his shooting boots on today, did he? So I'll give him a 6. 6.5.
Yeah,
Be generous.
Yeah, 6. Good.
And the captain, Hun-Min Song.
Oh.
I'll go. I'm going to go 6. I'm going to go 5.5. 5.56. 5.56.
I'm going to give him a 5, and that's me being kind.
5.5. Because he was off the front line. Tell and Son were trying to make something happen with a bit more success than Decky was having. Decky was having an absolute bloody nightmare. Archie came on and he was just as solid as he always is.
I didn't think Saad done much when he came on.
No, he gave the ball away, didn't he? And started a few of them when Man United runs up.
That's John's mate, Saad.
Oh, I love him.
I love his energy because if we could get some of Saad's energy into Decky, we'd be away.
Yeah, you bang on there.
But then Sarr and Basuma weren't great when they came on there.
That's what
he calls him Forrest Gump. Look,
but that annoys me.
I call him Headless Chicken.
Every time we break, it seems to go to Kulu. You want it to go to someone fast. It really winds me up. See, when the ball got to Johnson on the break, because I think Johnson did pick up the ball on the break, and I was shouting to myself, I wish it was the other way around. I wish Kulu had received it, because he was just running next to him, Kuvalevsky. Not running, whereas Johnson would have gone for it. It's so frustrating, man. It really is. Our wingers, I've said that, I think, since the start of the season. Our wingers are piss poor. And Angie's system relies on wingers to go to the byline, don't they? And they can't get there.
Yeah. Did you see Sky when they told us what injuries are coming back?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Werner.
Oh, Simon's
I thought I'd drop him in.
Maybe Decky just feels sorry for Timo, and he's just like, well, while Timo's not here, I'll do the Timo job. I don't know what's happened to him because
Timo.
I'll tell you what, though. I know you don't like Timo, but at least he'll have a go. At least he'll go down to the byline. He might not do much once he gets to the byline. Do you know what I mean? He's got the speed to do it.
Sorry, Lou. What did you say?
Just ignore it. No, but you know what I mean? He does at least have a go. But his confidence is shot to bits, so I don't even know if he'll play for us again, to be fair. Guilty of over-carrying, yeah. A few of us are like that.
Yeah.
They looked a bit better at the back. I was going to say better at the back, but they did give away a few chances. I just hope that Danzo's not injured. Otherwise, Archie Gray's going to be at the back again. Timo is like the kid that pulls the string on the back of the doll and it lets rip. Like the old action man. But we need to seriously look at wingers, don't we, in the transfer window that can go up. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
The Angel is not going to work, is it?
See, this is the problem with Levy, isn't it? This is the actual problem. He don't invest in what we need. No. He invests in what he thinks we need.
He's thinking of the peas, as I say. Do you know what I mean? Well, this takeover talk, we touched on it briefly last time. The rumours are that they want to keep Levy on, but in a non-football capacity. I wouldn't mind that because
as long as he has nothing to do with the football side, then I'm down for that.
See, I said to you the other day, I keep thanking him for the stadium. I keep thanking him for the training ground. I keep thanking him for making the club more stable. We ain't going bust like we was back in the day. But you don't know anything about football, Mr. Levy. Just go on, do your business, and they need to get a football man in to take care. I hope they get Parachichi back in the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, because he bought what we needed, didn't he?
Yeah, he was lovely, wasn't he? A lovely football mind on that man.
Levy. Oh, he will want Europe still. Don't get me wrong. He want anything for himself.
Yeah.
The highest paid man. He just Tottenham's just a cash cow to him. You wait till late.
We could still find ourselves in the Champions League next season if we won the Europa.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? That'd be the
weirdest
season ever, wouldn't it?
Finish in the bottom half and qualify for the Champions League.
Have you seen our goal difference as well? It's like
still plus 12 in it or something. Yeah.
And then we go and win.
Because we're now on the same points as Palace and Everton.
Yeah.
The new teams that we were taking the piss out of. Way back when we lost to Palace, we were about 15 points ahead of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a lot.
Sorry, John. Can you imagine if we got into the Champions League the way we're playing? We would get busted 10-0, 13-0 and all that. We could not play Champions League football with this.
We'd get into the Champions League and our first game would be Real Madrid, wouldn't it?
He was Celtic. He went all out and lost 5-1.
Yeah.
He got credit out of that because they were saying he's made loads of chances. Celtic were unlucky. You still let 5 goals in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I agree with that, actually. I can't say Gorkiewicz coming to us, but he'll probably go Arsenal in the summer, if I had to guess. Bueno, he would come to us.
It wouldn't surprise me if Gorkiewicz went to Man United because then he could reunite back with his old manager. Because Amorim was his boss at Lisbon, wasn't he?
Did you see him, though? He couldn't even watch the game, could he?
Not surprised.
I mean, would come.
He must turn up and think, what have I done? You go to the stadium and the water's pissing through the roof, and you look at the players on the pitch, and it's just like, what the hell?
But Ten Hag's ruined that club. Didn't he? Ten Hag's ruined it.
Yeah, that was
bad. The Glazers are fucking. Again, you can keep blaming the managers, but it's the Glazers who fucked it up.
Well, yeah, they fucked it up. I mean, he went and bought, he was the one that decided to go out.
The thing is that the Glazers bought Man United with debt, and they still have the same amount of debt. It's mental.
Yeah.
They're in trouble with their debt now, aren't they?
Stadiums falling down, isn't it? Fan base is falling down.
I know that. I don't think they're as big a draw as what they was now. Even when they were like doing a bit more poorly since Ferguson left, you still want to go to Man United, wouldn't they? But now, why would you go? They are a mess, man. They are they are in a worse mess enough. They can't afford anything. They're going to have to sell a couple of players.
I mean, look at the game today. Tottenham versus Man United. Start a game 14th and 15th in the league. It's nuts.
Relegation now,
yeah. It's a crazy old season, though, isn't it, Si?
I was looking at the table, and so Everton won their game, and I'm like, shit, how have we ended up being behind Everton?
Are we back above Everton now?
Yeah, we are now, but yeah, we started today, both teams, United and us, behind Everton, which is mental.
He's completely changed them round, yes.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. This is the bit where, we always have these conversations about Ange, and I keep saying it's not Ange. Ange is not the problem. The thing is that he's not the problem, but he also isn't the solution.
Yeah.
And you look at what Moyes has done with Everton. He's come and taken exactly the same players, and he's doubled their points in 2 months.
Yeah.
I always said he should have been given more time at Manchester United, because whoever took over from Fergie was on a hiding to nothing anyway. They should have stuck with him, shouldn't they, John?
Yeah, you're right there.
You know what I mean? I don't know if he'd be the sort of manager that the Spurs fans would like, but I don't know. I don't think Spurs fans. I don't think we know what we want anymore, do we? Do we want offensive football? I mean, when Ange's ball clicks, I think it's great to watch. Don't get me wrong. But I think he just needs to go back 10 yards. And I think we would be, when he gets all his players back, just drop back 10 more yards. I think we'd be all right.
Yeah.
And some of the football, like I said,
them wide gaps.
You could see it, couldn't you? You know what I mean? The little tippy-tappy so-called Ange ball. You could see it in the first half. It was all right. But every time a team breaks on us, I shit myself.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm going to say this really quietly. But if we beat Ipswich, that'll be 3 wins on the bounce in the league. What the?
Will we get another clean sheet? I don't know how we got a clean sheet today, but we got a clean sheet, didn't we?
Simon's just put the mockers on us now, isn't
he? Clean sheet against Brentford, clean sheet against Man United. If we get a clean sheet against Ipswich.
You say that was away. That might suit us, though. I always think it suits us when we have to break on teams. Even though
Ipswich are dragging points out of games at the moment, but it's like at the moment, even West Ham look like they're getting sucked into the problems as well. Yeah. You look at the bottom 5.
We played Ipswich, because I remember watching that game. I think we did,
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with us that day.
We were Ipswich done us, didn't they?
Yeah.
I remember watching that game, thinking, "Where's this come from?"
We smashed City, then lost to Palace.
Yeah.
Then I think we went through after the FA Cup. We won a cup game, and then got beat by Ipswich, and it's like, what the hell is wrong with this team?
Yeah.
But we have to beat them this weekend. And if we did, that would be 3 wins on the bounce. And then you kind of feel like you're not kind of having that same conversation about relegation. That puts us on 33 points, and that'd be twice as many points as Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton have got. I mean,
plus our goal difference is worth another point, ain't it?
Yeah,
our goal difference is worth another point, isn't it? Yeah.
And I feel sorry for Kinski getting thrown into that mess. To be honest, 21-year-old lad. And he gets thrown in behind that.
He's done all right, you know what I mean? To be fair.
Yeah, but you could see it was starting to get to him after the last couple of games.
You could, couldn't you? Because I texted Lou. I think he was. What game was it, Lou? Did I text you? And I said, I think he's lost it.
He's looking really nervous.
Well, the other game he played when we let that goal in first minute, which he basically threw in the net, I was really worried, being a 21.
That's the game, yeah. Then he come back, didn't he, though, and made some good saves in that game.
I thought, fair play to him, because you can't hide in goal, can you?
But by that stage, he'd already thrown it into the net in the first minute. I was Leicester, wasn't it?
Villa, wasn't it? Was it Villa?
Oh, was it Villa?
Yeah, Villa.
And he threw it in the net. letting another 5 or 6 goals. Because if you're the opposition manager, you're shouting on the touchline after that mistake. Shoot.
Pepper him. Just pepper the guy.
Yeah, just pepper the guy. John, when we get our players back then, do you think we're going to be a whole lot better? Because I'm still doubtful, because I remember this being said last year and we got all our players back and we weren't better.
If we get all our players back and what you just said, Lou, play a bit more defensive, not leave these open gaps, bring everyone back, not 10 yards, 15 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He won't know.
We might have a chance.
It is
At this point, Ange has already come out and said it, and everyone's still like, Ange, you win your trophy in your second season. Good luck. You know that his season now is all about winning the Europa.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to adjust then, Son, which he said before that he won't. We'll have to wait and see then. Because he did adjust against Brentford. I thought that was a good display in defence. I thought that was good. He didn't borrow to sit back, for example. Do you know what I mean? So he can do it. I just think we look much better when we defend 10, 15 yards back. We look a completely different team.
Yeah, we do.
These they must love playing us when they got all that stuff. I want him to succeed. Because remember, I texted you the other night, didn't I, John? I said, I've just watched his interview and he's convinced me again that he's the man. I said, you'd want to buy a car off him. Because he seems like a really nice bloke. You want him to succeed, but I just don't know. I just don't know with this openness at the back. I don't think it's going to work.
Here we go then, Luke. Right. So next 4 games in the league. Ipswich away, City home, Bournemouth home, Fulham away. How many points do you reckon out of that?
3.
even when City are playing their bogey team.
No, I think City.
Do you reckon this is the time they just nip that in the bud and smash the shit out?
Mamouche, who just banged an hat-trick against Newcastle, will love the open space. We'll lose that. I mean, I've said 3 points because I think we might beat Ipswich, and I don't not 100% on that. We'll lose to City. Who's the other one? I've just said Bournemouth.
He got Bournemouth and Fulham. Bournemouth at home, Fulham away.
Won't beat Bournemouth. And Fulham at home. All right, I'll be kind and say 4. We'll beat Ipswich, get a draw against Fulham, but Fulham played us off the park last time. But you're not going to get enough from that City and Bournemouth, in my opinion. What do you think, John?
3 points, and then 3 points of 3 draws, and then we're going to get slaughtered by Man City. But he don't play for a draw, does he? What am I talking about?
That's what I said to you the other day. He don't.
No, he never plays for a draw, does he?
More than that, then. You think we'll beat City again?
City are just mad at the moment. You just don't know what you're going to get when you're watching them. They're either smashing the shit out of people or they're just so bang average.
I just
and you just hope that
problems at the back.
You just hope that they're going to be bang average against us again. Because I don't know why. So and that's a midweek one. That's that when all 10 teams are playing on midweek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's that one.
I think that Haaland with that Mamouche, because I knew that Mamouche was a good player anyway, but with them 2 up front, you haven't just got to watch Haaland now. You got to watch it. It's going to be too much for our back 4, I think. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, we might not even beat Ipswich. I'm not confident at all. I would be happy. That's 12 points you can get. I would be happy with 7 points, And I shouldn't be saying it, but I would be happy at this period in time. So I'm thinking of that 40 points. I just want to get to 40 points. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that, but I'd be happy with 7 points, but I just can't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm in an R in what's going to happen against Fulham. I'd be surprised if we beat City, but then partly you wouldn't be because we seem to just beat them all the time at home now. I don't know what's going on with that. I can't see us beating Bournemouth. But then, see, this is the thing. This is the exact same thing. Us against Brentford, I just could not see it at all.
No.
And in my mind, Bournemouth would be the same as my expectations going into that, where they just 2-1, 2-0. But on our game,
back in the day, when you used to be able to look at Simon would bring out 4 games like that, you know what I mean? And you could go right, bang, 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 bang. You can't predict anything now because
you can't, can you?
Can't they? You know what I mean?
You couldn't bet on them, could you, at all?
You can't bet. I mean, if you're betting on the Premier League, if you're a gambler, you wouldn't be betting on any of the Premier League now, would you? Because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So now after Fulham, it's Chelsea.
Well, we always lose to them, even if they're bottom of the league. I mean, they've been dropping like a lead balloon, haven't they? But they'll still beat us. 13 games left, guys. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So we're talking about these games. I started picking my nails, man.
Hey?
So we started talking about these games. I'm started picking my nails, worrying.
I ain't unlucky 13. I just want to get to that 40. I want to get to the 40 points, right? Stay up. It'll be funny, wouldn't it? You finish fourth from bottom, and then you win the Europa League and get into the Champions League. That would be typical Tottenham, wouldn't it? They'd be wanting to change the rules and everything, wouldn't they? Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know. 13 games left, is that all there is? So
Is that what it is? 13.
Yeah.
Ipswich, City, Bournemouth, Fulham, Chelsea, Southampton, Wolves, Forest, Liverpool. That's all I can see.
No, not Liverpool again. I'm sick of them, and you.
What a beautiful way to round the season off. An absolute dicking at Anfield.
Well, Liverpool didn't play brilliant yesterday, did they?
But they might have won the Premier League by then.
I hope so. Do you think that this Park takeover story will die down? No, I don't think it will, because I think something is going on, and it will be a phased takeover. I think, from what I've heard. Young Delap, yeah. Well, apparently we wanted him, didn't we? But
and Dibbling.
Nah. That takeover thing, I think will happen. I do think so.
I think it's just media hype over that takeover.
Yeah. I think
when Levy does it, it will come out of the blue.
Yeah.
There's one question I've been wanting to know for ages. There's probably the answer is because Levy's tight. I cannot believe how long we've been in this stadium now. 5 years, and we still haven't.
2019. This is year 6.
But you want money. You say you need investment. Then why ain't? Surely there's like an arrow company out there or someone that wants to sponsor the stadium, because it isn't just football there, is it? So it'd be very good for to be a sponsorship of that stadium, wouldn't it?
It's a strange one, though.
I think partly that he kind of likes the whole thing. Is like Beyonce at Tottenham Hotspur, Kendrick Lamar at Beyonce, Bon Jovi at Beyonce, Lady Gaga at Tottenham Hotspur, Tottenham Hotspur, and it puts the name out there.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think when you say at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it's the name of the Tottenham, innit? It's getting global. But I mean, if you want money, I mean, what's Man City's? The Etihad is about 300 million quid they get now, something like that. I don't know. I think they need to do something. To be honest with you.
And so City and Etihad are getting the maximum they can within the laws, because otherwise there's like rules against how much Etihad can pay for the naming rights.
This is what annoys me, Simon. Yeah, like I said to you, I don't know if you was on it last time. John and I have said this before. Someone said to me the other day, "Oh, this is a weird season, Lou." I said, "No." I said, this season will be the norm now, because of this SFP or whatever you call it, right? Everyone is going to be almost or more on a level playing field, you know what I mean? So you're going to see this all the time, which really frustrates me, because if that is the case, then we are getting the most revenue in. So surely, because everything's going to be on a more of a level playing field, we should be using this to our advantage, but they're not. That's what really gripes me with Levy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I'm saying it. Hey, John?
Yeah, I did see on Sky today a really weird comment that I don't know what was it. Not Gary Neville. I think it might have been Gary Neville. He said Tottenham are bigger than Man City.
What you mean in terms of revenue?
Yeah.
In revenue, yeah, but
it's just
in terms of trophies.
Spend it then.
in terms of trophy, we're behind Leicester these days.
Yeah.
But
Oh, fucking hate Leicester.
you're a football team, right? Say all us three are at the training ground in the summer, right? Just coming, we've got 2 weeks to go, 3 weeks to go to the end of the season. On one side, no one comes in. On the other side, you see 2 world-class proven players. I mean, world-class, or 80, 100 million pound players. That gives the whole club a lift, doesn't it? The whole team a lift. But you're not bringing them players in. I mean, how much that squad have felt when you said, Simon, we had two transfer windows with nothing. The players must have been talking amongst themselves, saying, "Look, we ain't getting anyone. This is taking the piss." Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of most football is in the nut, in it, confidence and all that. If you get imagine if they went out and bought I'm not saying on that level, but I can't think of any names I'd pop out of the sky. But you know what I'm trying to say? 2 worldies come in and walk. You've signed.
Yeah.
Massive, and we are in a position to do that, and I think that's why a lot of fans are pissed off. It's not
swap Romero for Vinicius Junior.
Well, imagine if you bought Vinicius Junior, for example, and they mentioned him. Bloody hell, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not about the net spend. Well, you need a mix of that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think who the last player is that we bought, because we didn't even know about Mickey van der Ven, really, did we? Who's the last player that we bought that really raised the expectation? And was it Klinsmann?
Yeah, probably.
Players, you know what I mean? It was Klinsmann, wasn't it? I think, off the top of my head. I mean,
do you remember Rafa when Rafa came?
I was about to say, Van der Vaart gave everyone a big lift. You need people like that to come in and give.
He still regrets leaving.
Yeah, I bet you don't regret not being there today. But do you know what I mean? That's what you've got to do. Perk up the dress.
But it's like, even like when we brought in Berbatov and players like that, it's just like, you like, wow, look at this guy. And he just totally changed how we play. And you had them sort of like players with that little bit of razzle-dazzle, even like Ginola and things like that.
Yeah. This will make you laugh, Simon. We said on the last live one, didn't we, John? The replacement for Harry Kane could end up being
Harry Kane.
Just mad, isn't it?
Spursy would that be 54 million next summer or something?
Yeah, I see that on the news the other day.
Would you take him back, John? I would. I still would.
I'm taking him back, right?
I'm all in.
Yeah,
finish off that Premier League record, get him past Shearer, and make sure that he does that all with Spurs goals.
Yeah.
As long as we don't build a team around him.
Maddison was a great buy for me. I was really excited when we bought Maddison, but
I was the opposite. I was the total opposite with Maddison.
Was you?
Yeah. I thought to myself, we're buying someone from a relegated club. You know what I mean?
I just thought it was the playmaker that we needed, but he just doesn't seem to have done it yet for me.
We're going to do it again this season. I reckon that as soon as Southampton go down, we'll be putting a bid in for Diblin.
Yeah, it'll come to Tottenham, yeah. There's things going on behind the scenes there, I reckon, isn't there?
It wouldn't be surprising if when Ipswich go down, we go for Delap as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Nightglow, that Lancashire, they do actually say within the club that he has got a lot of similarities to Kane. I mean, I was baffled why they loaned him out, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean?
I think that the similarities are also the speed he matures at, because...
Well, Harry Kane out on loan loads of times, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was out Millwall, Norwich. He was all. Was it Leighton Orient? He was all over the place.
Yeah.
Did you hear Tim Sherwood being interviewed the other week? Either of you two?
Who?
Tim Sherwood.
I switch off when he talks nowadays.
Yeah, same here, though.
Well, he said that Levy had a go in for picking him. Anyway, I can't remember who it was now. I don't want to guess because I'll get it wrong. But Levy basically said, I've got a club that are willing to spend 600,000 on Harry Kane. And it was Sherwood that stopped it. So imagine that. God. Because he was struggling.
He talks a lot of bollocks, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, you don't know whether to believe him or not. It's a bit of a nut job.
Yeah.
Maddison got 20. Yeah. Nightglow, I agree with you. Everyone's opinion's different in that. I was excited because I thought we needed a playmaker. And I'm hoping that it's still, he will get there in the end. But John don't like him, I suppose. We'll have to disagree. We'll have to agree to disagree, John.
Oh, Lou, we can't do that. We'll have to cause a bit of drama.
I need to jump off in a second.
Am I supposed to mute you now? Are You got to go, Si?
Yeah, in a minute.
All right, mate.
Have you got any more subjects that we need to address?
No, we were just waffling on tonight, wouldn't we? But it's good that it's been. We've thrashed Man United 1-0.
I feel like when I come on, the structure goes, and I just start waffling about random stuff.
No, it's good to have you back, man. It's good to have you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Danny because he was all ready to come on. I don't know what's happened to him.
He's probably struggling to get his fist back out of the wall. He's probably punched a hole in his wall.
Danny, what if you're watching this? Have you come on? Not come on because we won.
He's probably ruptured his knee surgery, ramming his knee through the wall or something.
Yeah. Oh, bless him, eh? Oh, no, I got anything more to say. Have you, John?
No, I'll talk about the drama if you want, Lou.
Yeah, go on. Talk about the drama then.
What do you think of the big Tottenham away crew sticking by Stell when he's mentioned all that shit about the cancer and hope someone dies a slow death?
Well, normally, as I said, I don't get involved in all this, and I would never mention names, and I kept my counsel to myself. But I see the screenshot of what this supposed Stell said, and I am amazed that YouTube haven't banned him because that is absolutely disgusting. And if you're watching, what's his name?
Stell.
If you're watching Stell, you need to get out and apologise and be genuine. Or I'm just thinking, why would you say such a thing? Was the person's family actually suffering from that as well?
Yeah, yeah.
So you've said to someone, what was it? I hope your mum dies of cancer, a slow death.
Yeah, slow death.
And the mum was actually, to say that, mate, to be fair with you, you deserve a slap.
I mean, I have no idea who that is, but that's ridiculous.
He's a YouTuber, and we don't get involved in bullshit. I was talking about this the other day, but that is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
but he should get banned from it because
I think that like you need to get some degree of perspective because we're talking about a bunch of lads kicking a ball around.
Yeah, yeah,
and then talking about people dying painfully in families over a bunch of lads kicking a ball around.
Yeah, especially when
some degree of perspective.
You're right there, Si. They do need perspective, especially like life is horrible to a lot of us, and like Lou's
We've been talking over the last couple of weeks. We both had family that have been victims to cancer, haven't we, John? The last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is, if you watch my old video, my last one, Simon, at the end, I did have to put a thing on there. It was YouTube Wars, the headline. And I said, look, let's just all come together. Let's stop with this. So that people are going to say, oh, you're a hypocrite now, LJ, because you. I said, no, I ain't a hypocrite. But when someone comes out with something like that, I think if you're on any sort of platform, you have to come out and condemn it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't wish that on anyone, let alone someone who supports the same team as I support. They're supposed to be on the same side.
Yeah.
To wish that on anyone of any sort is mental, but
it is wrong.
Someone who you support the same team as, you're supposed to have some sort of unspoken brotherhood with, and you're getting like that, mental.
But I have said it because John asked a question. I've said me piece. I'm not going to give that Dinlow any more airtime by mentioning his name. But I hope no one else. I hope, you know.
And I'm out of here, boys.
All right, I'll see you soon, mate.
Brother.
Shalom. Yeah, John, I'm not going to give the man any more airtime. But I couldn't get over it. Well, I'll be honest with you. When I first heard it, right, Karma, mate. Yeah, when I first heard it, I didn't believe it. Right, I didn't believe it. I thought it's just, you know. But when I see the screenshot put up on a channel or on Twitter, I just thought, bloody hell, man. Like Simon just said,
isn't it? It's upsetting.
We're all Spurs fans. The argument, what I was talking about the other day, is bad enough. The muting people, the kicking them off, the threats. I mean, someone's kid got threat all the other week. That's bad enough. But when I see that today, the screenshot, I actually couldn't believe it was true.
Yeah, there'd be plenty more to come on that. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure that I hope he regrets it. I hope he issues an apology. And you've got to be careful who you say that about as well, my friend. Well, I don't know the full ins and outs, Night Glow. John knows more about it than me, the exact things. But I just think it was about someone's mother that was suffering from cancer.
I think it was someone's wife. I think it was his wife, Lou.
But why did he say that? Had an argument over the Tottenham things again?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I just
It was
don't
just like, I mean, it can't be nothing else, can it? With all football, as Simon's eloquently put it, you know, we talk about 11 men on a pitch, and then it just goes into that sort of crap.
I'll be honest, John. It makes me sad. It makes me sad and all. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. I can't. I said I hope you apologise, but I don't really. I think it's one of them things where you can't really apologise for it.
No, you can't. You can't take it back.
No, even if you're
take it back.
Even if you're pissed, John. I'm trying to find excuses for the man here. I don't know why, but I don't know why. But I said my piece. I just can't believe it. Like I said, we agreed to disagree on here quite often, like we did the other night. But we just get on with it. Like I said, if everyone had the same opinion, it'd be boring. But to even bring that into the equation, it just baffles me. And I hope the person that he said it to isn't too upset. And the mother, I hope she didn't hear it.
Yeah, same here.
It's all over Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. And maybe he should just keep a low profile for a while and just concentrate on his own life, you know?
Yeah, sort yourself out. Yeah,
it's wrong, mate. It is wrong. But no, let's not end on a downer, John. We won today. We're 12th. We're nearly out of the relegation. Until we're getting closer to the 40 points. I'm still a bit. Yeah, man. Yeah, same as that, my friend. Yeah, good comment. God bless you. Yeah, I'll just back to the football. Ipswich next. I hope we get 3 points. I hope we got a few more players back for that. I don't know if we have. But yeah, we're a bit lucky today, weren't we, John? But
yeah,
we won, and it's good.
I'm positive. I'm positive for the next
November. 105 days going, Neville said, since we won at home. That's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, I said that to my missus, and she told me, "Stop talking bollocks." She goes, 105 games. She went to me, "How many games is it we've actually lost?" You know what I mean? She goes, "How many times have we played at home in the 105 days?"
Oh, we'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't going to go against her in case she kicks me in the fucking head and chucks me out of bed.
Well, it's good to have you on here, John, the Cockney Columbo.
Nice to see you, Lou, this week, brother.
Coming on, Nightglow. Hopefully we'll get a few more things. Just keep building it up. It's taking its time. But
yeah, thanks for being regular, Nightglow. It's nice to see you, mate.
Yeah, it is nice to see you. I look forward to you coming on now because you make me laugh, man.
Yeah.
Comments. It's good that we can have banter, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's nice that we get nice comments as well. Proper yid comments as well.
Yeah. Are we allowed to say that, John?
Oh shit, Lou, sorry, mate. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? All right, mate. I'll see you later on. Take care.
Lou.
Shalom.